still remember everything you said. Oh, there's so much you promised. How could I ever forget? You know I love you, but I just can't take this. You know I love you, but I'm in it for keeps. Oh, I need you, I'm not gonna make this. You know I want you, but I'm in too deep. I'm too deep in the fantasy, baby. I can't be saved. Deep in the fantasy. Feel your eyes grow through me. And I don't know why. Oh, I know we're going. I can't believe it's the way that you leave it. It's like we never knew each other at all. I gave you too many reasons being alone, but I didn't want to. Thought you'd always needed me. I almost believed you all this time. I still remember everything you said. There's so much you promised. How could I ever forget? Listen, you know I love you, but I just can't take this. You know I love you, but I'm playing for keeps. Oh, I need you, I'm not gonna make this. You know I want you, but I'm in too deep. Bitch, listen to me. I can feel your eyes go through me. Deep in the fantasy. That's the sound of the fantasy right there. Just picture yourself drifting away in the fantasy. Caring about somebody else. You know I love you, but I just can't take this. You know I love you, but I'm playing for keeps. Oh, I need you, I'm not gonna make this. You know I want you, but I'm in too deep. You know I love you, but I just can't take this. You know I love you, but I'm the fantasy is strong. It's so fucking strong. I have so many examples of the fantasy. Delusional tweets. Tweets that make you go, It'll be fine. I think I broke my 50. Here's an example of the fantasy. You see this a lot on Twitter. Ed Krasistan is deep in the fantasy. Some may say he's pretending to be in it, but for money, but who has time to figure that out?
MAGA is unraveling so badly that they are creating weird, creepy hate fiction about Kamala Harris. Now that sure sounds like Democrats to me, talking about Project 2025 and all this other stupid bullshit. Now, I will give you this. MAGA does come up with some weird fantasies. MAGA's in a fantasy, too, in a lot of ways, but so are liberals. All of you nerds deep in the fantasy. For the sake of the country, we should take none of you serious. At least the MAGA people want to vote for somebody with some level of sense. Y'all want to vote Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris sucks. Make the case for Kamala Harris without mentioning Donald Trump. Go. Go, go, go. You can't. Nobody can. Make the case for Kamala without lying, too. You can't do that either. So you're in. Once again, you've outdone yourself and selected an even worse candidate than Joe Biden. Remember what I told you in 2020. Terrible candidate. You should not elect Biden. It's going to backfire. I was right. It has backfired bigger than I could ever imagine. Now I'm telling you, if you elect Kamala Harris, it's going to backfire on you. 4 years from now, you'll be in even worse shape. If you're a Democrat, you got to hope Donald Trump wins and does a terrible job. Like, fucks everything up. And it gets worse. That way, you can at least say you told people so. Which is exactly what happened. Like I said, electing Donald Trump is like, if you're a Democrat, you have nothing to lose by electing Donald Trump, and I'll tell you why. If Donald Trump, and he's not going to be a dictator, all that's a bunch of nonsense, but if he gets in there and things get worse, well, you could say, I told you so. If he gets in there and fixes all this, well, you live in this country, you have cheaper gas, you have cheaper food, it'll be better for you, so you win either way. That's the beauty of voting Trump as a Democrat. Now, if you like Trump and he fucks everything up, well, you just look like an idiot. But Democrats they've proven they can't do nothing, so they keep blaming all this inflation on the COVID. It's COVID. No, it's you. Well, Trump was the president at the time. Okay, well, I was there, and I remember you motherfuckers pushing it, so nice try. Go bullshit somebody else. Deep in the fantasy. The fantasy's all around you. Everyone's in it. Everyone is in a fantasy. There is no hope. Well, I mean, when reality shows up and smacks everybody upside the head, the fantasy will be over. But we have to go through this fantasy period. We're in a deep fantasy period right now, where everyone around you is in a fantasy. Everyone around you is delusional. They're completely fucking delusional about their own life, about the prices, about just everything. Anyone voting Kamala Harris is so caught up in the fantasy. What the hell are you even doing? They don't care about none of this shit going on. You should hear these people. We have an opportunity to elect the first black female president. And you're listening to them. And you're like, what the fuck? Who cares about any of that? You're virtue signaling at a time like this? Very unserious people. Very unserious people. To be virtue signaling at a time like this. It's a dire time in the country. People are struggling. That's what I say. The average Democrat that you see on Twitter, these influencers and these politicians and these people on the news, They're out of touch with the common man. They're out of touch with reality. Ed Krasenstein's completely out of touch with reality. I mean, read his timeline. Let's go through it here. You got to see some of this. Just completely out of touch, delusional. The shit they're talking about, nobody cares about right now. Who? If you care about this stuff, you're an idiot. Let's go through the tweets. Ed Krasenstein timeline. The weird, creepy guy has a habit. That's what they're calling Trump. They got this new talking point where they're calling him and Vance weird and creepy and all this creepy shit. The weird, creepy guy has a habit of calling women nasty. Now he's doing it to Kamala Harris. It's his insecurities coming out. There's Trump called Ted Cruz nasty. That's just one example. He calls people nasty all the time. Not everything has to do with sexism. Good Lord. And aren't you the same people that say we shouldn't vote for someone because they're a white man? So if anyone's sexist, it's you. I don't even know. I don't get this talking point, and I don't get why it works. I read the MAGA tweet. Let's see. Wow. Okay, so the Hodge twins retweeted this meme. They got these white dudes for Harris, where all the white people are meeting in a Zoom call. All the white dudes and then the white women have their own call, and they meet and talk about and they virtue signal about how they're going to elect the first black president, and that makes them better than everybody else. It's a virtue signal session. And somebody put a picture, some painting of a bunch of dudes in a circle with their dicks up their ass, each other's asses. And then the Hodge twins sent it to the Krasenstans and said, "Found your new logo." And the Krasenstein had a meltdown. He said, I mean, and by the way, this is what they're talking about. This is what they're focused on, as everyone in the reality of life is struggling every single day. Not the Krasenstans, because they get paid to sit on Twitter and play like children all day. They don't live real life, you understand? They don't live a normal life. They live this fake fantasy life that most people never get to experience. And so they have time to sit on Twitter and play all day. And just play and play and play and play and play and play and play. And talk about the most irrelevant shit. Wow, why are Republican men so weird and creepy? Why do the Hodge twins and other MAGA Republican groomers, they try to take the word groomer, it's so funny, love posting gay sex photos for kids on ecstasy? Screenshot below is censored. Yes, another thing they started doing where, so they got called out for naked men in the middle of the street waving their dicks in front of children. There's many videos and pictures of this now, of liberals doing this, so they got called out for it. And this dumb fuck Krasenstein, he tried to make this stupid point. He was like, well, if you share the video on Twitter, you're showing it to kids too. No, Ed. No, Ed. Me hitting retweet on my Twitter account is not the same as waving my dick in a child's face, Ed. Now, you can keep pretending it is, but it ain't. It ain't, Ed. It's not, Ed. I mean, what a goofy point that is. And we could get into why that's a goofy point. We could annihilate the point, but I don't really care to. I don't really care to spend the next 10 minutes explaining to you why it's one of the dumbest things you could ever say. If you need it explained to you, you're a moron. How about that? How about that's what's wrong with you? You're a fucking retard. That's not my problem. Prediction market, Poly Market gives Trump, this is Ed Krasenstein timeline, gives Trump a 21% chance of being sentenced to prison in his hush money case. What do you think? Will he be sentenced to prison? Should he be? This is what Ed's talking about. This is what he thinks the voters are. He's trying to help Kamala win the election. He probably gets a check from the Democratic Party the way he shills them. And he thinks voters care about any of this. Nobody gives a fuck about your fake political case to try to put your political opponent in prison. It's un-American. It's fucking ridiculous. And everybody knows it. Everybody knows it. Weren't you the same clowns all bent out of shape about lock her up? People wanted Hillary Clinton locked up for committing crimes while she was Secretary of State. And you all made fun of them for caring about that and wanting some answers, wanting some fucking justice. Trump, these cases have nothing to goddamn do with the fucking being the president. And it's all political shit. Everybody knows it. I mean, they're insane. I mean, the Krazakstans are fucking absolutely fucking retarded. This post proves it right here. Republicans live in a bubble of conspiracy theories and disinformation. Biden didn't win the election. Ed, you spent years saying Trump was a Russian agent. He didn't win. The Russians. I mean, enough. Trump didn't break the law. What laws? What laws? What are you talking about? The Trump campaign didn't have contact with the Russians. They didn't. Once again, stop pushing this played out bullshit narrative. Dominion voting machines change votes. Yes, Dominion voting machines can't be trusted. Democrats used to push this issue. Democrats used to talk about the voting machines. Somewhere along the line that's changed. But no, you cannot trust voting machines. They're easily hacked. Everybody knows that. There's been several documentaries, unbiased documentaries on it. There have been Democrat documentaries, left-leaning documentaries saying it, right-leaning. Everybody agrees that Dominion voting machines can be trusted. Why don't you take 5 goddamn minutes out of your day to look into something for typing and making a fool of yourself? And this one right here, chef's kiss to this right here. He's saying Republicans are calling January 6th a peaceful protest. They are. They are, Ed, but what you're failing to realize here, Ed, is it's a goddamn joke. They're trolling you, Ed, because you called the BLM riots a peaceful protest. And the BLM riots were way worse than what we saw on January 6th. Therefore, when they call January 6th a peaceful protest, they're fucking with you. Learn when people are fucking with you. Some of you are very, very bad. Pretty much everyone in this chat is really bad at knowing when somebody's fucking with them, because I fuck with them on a daily basis. I fuck with these motherfuckers hard, and they eat it up and fall for it and take it super fucking serious every single time. I have learned, if there's one thing I've learned over the last, I don't know how long I've been on here, but however long, it's that people do not realize when you're fucking with them. They really don't get it. And it's a lot of fun. Fuck with people and then just not have any. It's fun to fuck with a guy who thinks he's fucking with you but doesn't realize you're fucking with him. Like, it's a level of mindfuckery that few ever get to experience. Taking one of these so-called puppet masters and making them just laughing at them. They take everything so serious. I mean, nothing on Ed's timeline about the prices, about what people are really going through. Just stupid bullshit. Stupid, irrelevant bullshit that none of us should be even considering when we're voting right now. You really need to look around and ask yourself, like, as a grown man, now you're a grown man. Mama and daddy are not coming to save you. Nobody's coming to save you. So, you have to ask yourself a question. Are you going to continue to play games with your own life? Because that's what you're doing when you're trolling about politics. You're playing games with your own fucking life every day. You're just fucking your own life up to troll people, and it's kind of weird. I don't get it. I don't understand any of it. Like I don't play the same game you all play. Like I'm not gonna vote for somebody just to fuck with other people. I got better things to fucking do. I'm not gonna fuck my own life up to fuck with somebody else. But I see a lot of that. And you wonder why this country's so fucked up, because that's why you're voting. You're voting just to piss somebody else off. Fuck this. They hate Trump, so I'm going to vote for Trump. Or, fuck the Trumpers, I'm going to vote for. And you're voting based off fantasy, Project 2025, all this. This is all fake. This is all bullshit. I just don't understand it. I don't understand voting for stuff like that. I think at a time like this, where you have these high prices, you have these wars, you have a lot going on, that you really have to be practical and reasonable about this. You have to be honest about this. You have to get out of the fantasy about Trump and really look at Trump in an honest way. And I know that's hard for you to do, but you really need to do it. And people on both sides, by the way, need to do this, is really take in Trump for who he is and realize he's just better than Kamala. And that's what you're voting for. And get this idea out of your head that you got to vote for this perfect candidate. This candidate has to be perfect, and it has to be just amazing. No, man, you just need to vote for the better candidate. And not a single one of you can make the case for Kamala. You're not making a case. You're astroturfing. You're just pretending that she is this unbeatable force, and you're shoving her down her throat, putting her on the magazine covers, and all. But what is she going to do to fix these problems that we have in this country right now? What is she going to do? Because if she's not concerned, and here's the difference between her and Trump. You want to talk about inflation. Trump acknowledges inflation. She doesn't. Trump acknowledges that we have a problem with our prices and we got to get them down. He said it at the Republican National Convention. She pretends it doesn't exist. She pretends the Democrats have already dealt with it, and that's absurd. So you cannot vote for that. To me, that's disqualifying. I can't vote for someone who's gaslighting me to that level. And what they've done with Biden shows you the level of lying they're willing to do. They're willing to tell you anything. And I just, all politicians lie. I get it, but this is just too much. As I've said many times, I've tried to teach you all about the different types of lies. And there are different types of lies. And when you're dealing with obvious, insulting lies, it's like you're and your wife gets pregnant, 9 months goes by, a baby comes out black. And then your wife's like, I haven't had sex with anybody but you. That's called an insulting lie. Just treating someone like they're dumb as fuck. You're dumb as fuck. I'm going to just tell you that that's your son. Yeah, he's black and you're white, but I'm going to push this stupid bullshit lie right in your face. Now, you should leave that woman. But that's the Democratic Party. That sums up the Democratic Party. They tell lies like that all the time, and you all vote for them. Every single time you vote for them. Shield for them, defend them. It's hilarious to me. You all got the nerve to come in and say stuff like, you think billionaires care about you? Who said that, by the way? I don't think anybody cares about me besides people that know me enough to care about me. So I don't think some random guy really cares that much about me individually. I don't think he cares at all. I don't think if I died tomorrow, he'd even know. I don't think many people think billionaires care about them. I would trust a billionaire private citizen over a politician any day. Yeah, 100%. The politician has more of an incentive to lie to me than the billionaire does. Why does the billionaire need to lie to me about anything? except his own fucking products. And why would I trust his word as the gospel truth if he was trying to sell me something, you know? And he told me this is the best thing in the world. Well, obviously he's going to say that. Like, are you people children or something? I mean, the shit that has to be explained to you boggles my mind. You have to understand, though. You know, everyone talking about this Deadpool movie. That's a perfect example of what I'm talking about, the Deadpool movie. Go, and the Robert Downey Jr. stuff. Go read the comment section of that stuff. It's so enlightening if you just want to see how dumb people are. That they can't even understand the multiverse concept. Now, there are children with action figures who watch these movies. They can explain this to you. They get it 100%. Grown men see these movies and can't seem to figure out what, you know, they're just so confused. So confused. Oh my God, I just don't understand. How can he be Iron Man and Doctor Doom? You just saw a movie that explains it to you. You just saw a movie that just seen it. And you're still confused because you're dumb as fuck. These people can't understand these movies, bro. These simple movies. They can't even understand what the fuck's going on in them. You expect them to understand politics? Oh. You expect these low IQ individuals to understand religion in any way? To understand any of it, or why people believe certain things, or why? I mean, you're dealing with really dumb motherfuckers. And some of them try to portray themselves as really smart, and they're not. They're not smart at all. They think because they yell, they get loud, they talk really fast, or that makes them look smart. And it does to a retard. But to anyone with any sense, they just look like a bunch of lunatics. Like they're spazzing out of control. I don't believe Kamala Harris is leading anything. Leading what exactly? I just keep hearing this AstroTurf narrative that came out of nowhere. That Kamala Harris is the force. I mean, brother, this is Kamala Harris we're talking about. A month ago, she was a goddamn joke. Now she's this unstoppable political force. That's nonsense. You're not going. Sorry, but no, that's not how life works. She didn't overnight go from a fucking goof to a fucking genius. No, none of them Democrats wanted her. They did not want her in 2020. Everybody was talking about who's going to replace Biden. People wasn't wanting her. That's the whole reason there was a discussion about Newsom and all of that, because people didn't want Harris. Now, all of a sudden, here comes Harris, and oh, everybody loves her. She's the greatest ever. Please. Please. And suddenly, Donald Trump has no momentum. I mean, oh my God, he's just... Trump has the same amount of momentum that he's had. It didn't go nowhere. I mean, wake up, you fucking brain-dead retards. The prices did not go down. Nothing fucking changed, idiot. God. Dude, if you all had my brain for a day, you'd be like, holy fuck. You'd probably short circuit and die if you saw things the way I saw it. Your fucking head would explode. The shit you all fall for fucking boggles my mind. They have AstroTurf Kamala Harris, and you all are all in like, oh yeah, she's leading, she's dominating. Based on what? The mainstream media telling you that? Are you kidding me? I done told you, you have no idea who's gonna win this election. It is impossible to call. So you might as well just accept it. Kamala Harris is not a political machine. She is not. a dominant force. She's an idiot who nobody likes, going up against another guy that nobody really likes. A bunch of people hate him. So this is two unlikable people. Now, Donald Trump has a lot of people that like him. Who the fuck really likes Kamala? That's the problem here. The enthusiasm for Trump is very real. The enthusiasm for Kamala is fake astroturf enthusiasm. It's not real. All of this stuff you're seeing is fake. And you're buying into it. You've got to learn to quit buying into the astroturf and they do to these people. You literally saw in real time how they can switch it just like that. How they can go from sucking Biden's cock to flipping on Biden just like that. You saw it in real time. And it still hasn't clicked in your head what these media people do. They're liars. You can't trust them. They're going to shill for Kamala. They're going to make you think Kamala is this unstoppable force. Trump has no chance. It's their job to do that. The problem with Biden was people wasn't falling for it. People were saying, oh, come on. This guy. This guy's going to serve 4 more fucking years? Are you fucking kidding me? And it wasn't because they were actually worried. They were worried about losing. That's the only reason they got rid of him. They were worried about independent voters going, oh, come on. Because how can you vote for that? It's insane. It's irresponsible to keep voting. To vote Biden again is irresponsible. As a grown man, you're fuck. What's wrong with you? That's who you're making our president? You're out of your fucking mind. I said it in 2020. They're little kids. You should not be allowed to vote when you go to the poll and vote for something like that. You are fucking, man, there should be consequences for it, I feel. You're lucky I don't run the country because you sold the rest of us out. And you did it to troll. You did it to fuck with everybody. You did it because of your unhidden hatred for another man. For a political candidate. You hate a political candidate so much. You voted for this guy who's not even aware what the fuck's going on around him. And look at everything. Look at all the bad stuff's happened since he won. You should be held accountable for it. Lucky I ain't in power. Because I know it ain't the politicians to blame. I know the people are to blame. I know the people vote for this shit. And they want to pass the buck off to the politician. Well, it's his fault. Nah, it's your fucking fault. You voted for it. These people vote these horrible people in office. They fuck everything up. And then they just go, well, whatever. No, it ain't whatever. It's getting real fucking old is what it is. You realize there comes a certain point where people are going to get real tired of that. Real tired of your selfish ways. Real tired of having to suffer because you want to fuck with people. You just want to vote in this fucking guy. I just want to say that I voted for the first woman black president. Oh, brother. So we got to pay these high prices for another 4 years because you got to virtue signal everybody? Are you fucking kidding me? Now, when a candidate finally stands up and says, I'm going to take their right to vote away so they don't ruin your fucking life no more, guess what's going to happen? We're all going to vote for that guy. I hate to break it to you. Democrats are really laying the bed, you know. They're laying the sheets down. They're getting that bed ready. They're going to lay in it one day. You wait and see. The way they talk to people, the way how arrogant they are. You'll see when they win this. If they win this election, just the things they'll say. The things they'll say. Because they truly are unhinged. And violent. I mean, they're very violent. You saw what Biden said today. Where he said the Speaker of the House is dead on arrival. What do you mean by that? Yeah, you imagine if Trump said that about Nancy Pelosi? Oh my God, we'd never hear the end of it. But he can say shit like that about the Speaker of the House, dead on arrival. What do you mean by that? Interesting choice of words for, so close to the assassination attempt. You think he'd think twice about saying something like that. But no. People don't believe Trump's going to be a dictator. Everyone's already seen Trump. Everybody's already seen Trump as the president. So Trump is a very weak when it comes to other world leaders. He's strong. When it comes to dealing with the Democrats, he's weak. He's very weak when he has the presidency. I've seen it, so I'm not worried about any of that because I've already seen it play out. When people start talking about Trump being a dictator, I just see it as you're just a moron. I just really can't take you serious. I can't take that argument serious. It's a very stupid argument. We don't want Trump to do things differently. We want him to, well, some things he'll do differently, I'm sure, but we want to turn back the clocks. What we want to do, we want to go back to the Trump years where things were cheaper. Life was easier. You had more money. Everyone had more money. For a variety of reasons. Not only was things cheaper, people was making more money. They're trying to say now that people make more money now. Then why are you broker than ever? So they want you to deny reality. That's the Democratic Party, deny reality. If you vote for them, you're denying reality. You're pretending that everything's fine. You know it's not. This is a moment in life this election is a moment in everyone's life to decide, are they a child or are they a grown man? A grown man's going to vote Trump. A grown man's going to put whatever his feelings are about Trump's random bullshit that's irrelevant to anything. He's not going to... If you're worried about Trump, stupid fucking comment he made here or there, then you're not a serious person. If you're willing to deal with 4 more years of this mess... I mean, you're rewarding Democrats for their failure. Now, you did that in 2020. You rewarded Democrats for locking the country down and putting everybody through that. And all of that led to all this inflation. And then they got into power and they made it worse. And now you're going to reward them. You're going to say, oh, yeah, good job. Here you go. And they're going to look at you like you're stupid, and they're going to make your life worse, and you deserve it. They're not even going to feel bad about it. How can they feel bad about it? You keep voting for it. Nobody cares about all this stupid shit they want to talk about all the time. And nobody has time to go out in the street and dance around, wave their hands. Everyone's fucking broke. And everyone's trying to make some fucking money some way, somehow. Who has time to go out in the street and protest about this shit no more? All them Palestinian protests are all fucking... all them motherfuckers are paid to be out there causing a ruckus. God, I gotta go to the gym and get some water. I mean, listen to this Astroturf bullshit. Y'all eat it up.
We begin with this wild U.S. presidential election. We are officially 100 days to Election Day, and you can be forgiven for needing to catch your breath after the transformational events of the past 31 days. It was just 1 month ago that the 2024 race was turned on its head by President Biden's catastrophic debate performance, leading to a drumbeat of calls for him to leave the race. Just 2 weeks ago, an attempted assassin tried to take the life of former President Trump, but he rose up with defiance heading into the GOP convention with seemingly all the momentum behind him and the new Trump-Vance ticket. And it was just 1 week ago that President Biden did what he said only the Lord Almighty could make him do, announcing he was leaving the race and giving his full support to his vice president, Kamala Harris. A tidal wave of endorsements followed, putting Harris on track to be the second woman in history to be a major party nominee, just 8 years after Hillary Clinton was defeated by Donald Trump. This morning, our brand new ABC News Ipsos poll shows Harris getting a real bounce. Her favorability rating among all Americans up 8 points in just 1 week. The number's even better among independents, with her favorability rising from 28% to 44% since Biden left the race. And there appears to be new enthusiasm for Harris, with 48% enthusiasm.
Now, what the fuck's she done to increase her favorability? What's she done? She ain't done shit. It's fake. It's called blue no matter who, brother. They gonna vote for that bitch no matter what. Oh yeah, but the independents, I'm sure the independents have changed their mind. Suddenly they start loving Harris. Oh, they're independent though. What has Kamala Harris done recently to change minds? Nothing. She's done nothing. So why suddenly would independent voters be like, oh, I suddenly like her out of nowhere? Doesn't make sense. If you're an independent voter, you are considering voting for Trump or Biden. So now Harris is in, and suddenly independents are like, oh, I like her. Please. It's called astroturfing. It's called, look, you make, you got this candidate, you want to sell her, so you put out these fucking news reports. We took a poll, and the poll said that these people, they like Harris. People are starting to like her. And then that is to program your stupid mind. So you hear that, and you're like, oh, okay, I guess people are starting to like her. So I guess I should like her. You don't understand the level of programming that you're under every day. All this shit's just to fuck you. It's to feed you. That's all the news is. To feed you a narrative. That's the narrative they want. That people like Kamala. People are coming around to Kamala. That's the narrative they want to push on you. So stop sending me that shit and acting like any of it matters. It's fully to be expected. What did you expect to happen? That they weren't going to get behind Kamala? What, you thought they were going to rally around Trump? The media? Jesus, bro. Y'all are silly. The polls are showing that Kamala is winning. The same polls that showed Biden was losing. So all these people are suddenly just going to vote Trump. All these people were going to vote Trump after the debate, and then Kamala just walked out of a room and went, hi, and now they suddenly decide to vote for her? Really? No questions about her knowledge of Biden's condition. That doesn't matter to the voter. But every time I see a poll, did Kamala know anything about Biden's condition? Overwhelmingly, they say yes. But that doesn't matter. That's who you're going to vote for, somebody that covered up this old man's condition to hold on to power. And then use this old man to skip the primaries and then at the last second, slide in. Remember, even the donors were pissed. Remember that one donor that said he didn't donate more money to him because they did that shit? They slipped her in last minute. It's done great damage to the credibility of their party. The Democratic Party is falling apart right in front of your eyes. Now, the media is telling you everything's fine. You got to learn the media lies. Wake up. What's wrong with people? How stupid and gullible they are. They're just like, oh, the media said the Republicans are falling apart. The Republicans are more united than ever. What are you talking about? It's just not true, brother. How the Democratic Party is not united behind Harris. They're just astroturfing this enthusiasm. The reality is, there's tons of people that wanted Biden to be the nominee. They're not happy. There's people that wanted an open convention. They're not happy. And now they're just being told it's going to be Kamala. And yeah, they're going to vote Kamala because they vote blue no matter who. But they're not happy about it. They're not happy about it. But if we're talking about which party's more united, it would be the party that voted its nominee through the voting process, the primaries. We can see that that was a good idea. And that's the type of stuff Trump should be saying when they talk about democracy. Their nominee was not voted for. There is no democracy in their nominee. Their nominee was selected, and Trump was voted in to be the nominee. Trump has followed democracy every way. If Kamala wins, that's the opposite of democracy. Nobody selected Kamala. They were just forced on. It was forced on her. And they're going to vote for it because they're Democrats. That's what they do. Proving they're a bunch of dorks. Because they're easily fear-mongered. Like, oh my God. You got fear-mongering, virtue signaling. It's a dangerous combination. We selected they're open about it too. We will be able to say we voted in the first black woman. Like, oh, brother. Oh, brother. You're going to be so disappointed when Trump loses. No. I wouldn't say disappointed is the word. I certainly won't be surprised. I wasn't surprised when Biden won. That's why I didn't spend any time coping about it and melting down about it. I just went, well, country's retarded. I'm fully aware that the country's retarded and there's a lot of dumb motherfuckers. So Kamala winning the election would not shock me. I'd laugh, actually. I'd actually laugh. Because it's going to be a hilarious, ridiculous 4 years. It's going to be a hard 4 years for you and everybody else, and me included. But it's going to be funny as fuck. Watching you all cope with the reality that you did it again. You voted for an even worse candidate than Biden, and you've made things even worse. I mean, holy shit. Or this idea that Trump doesn't know how to speak. I mean, that's just so silly. That's so silly. Like I said, you need to base yourself in reality a little bit here in the things you say. Trump's one of the most captivating speakers ever. I mean, some of you hang on his every word. His mouth has took him to amazing places, took him to the presidency, so. Seems to be doing all right. Kamala, she's pretty good at reading a speech, but I think off the cuff, Trump's definitely better off the cuff and quicker on his feet than Kamala. That's for damn sure. So that's why the debate might be a problem for her. They're going to really have to control that debate. I'm aware your friends are probably stupid like you. I'm aware. That's fine. I know there's a lot of retards going to vote Kamala. That's not news to me. I know people voting for Kamala. Well, that proves that. Well, that's something, boy, ain't it? What's that supposed to prove? I ain't gonna do this. I'm gonna go get my free ice cream, take a shower, get some water. Yeah, I mean, what's the explain why you're voting for Kamala? I mean, wearing heels is moronic anyway, so bad for your feet, uncomfortable. No man has ever gave a fuck about the shoes a bitch was wearing ever in his life. So. We wear them because we like them. We quit bitching about wearing them. I'll be back. Johnny, tell us why you're voting Harris. I mean, when you think about it, as a man, voting for a woman is kind of weird anyway. So, it's got to be an exceptional woman, I think. You know, it's got to be top of the line woman. Is that really Kamala Harris? Because it's crazy to vote for a woman president, really. When you think about it, it's crazy. And all these guys acting like I'm macho. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna vote for a woman. That shit's gay. All that shit they're doing. You see that one guy had like a. He's like, I got a beard. I drive a truck. I drink beer. And it's a picture of him like with a dumbbell in his hand. I'm a man. I'm a man. I'm voting Kamala. Oh, brother. Imagine being 50 years old and thinking that's what makes a man. The fact that you drink beer. One of the classifications for being a man is drinking beer. Why do I hear this all the time, by the way? Seems like propaganda for the beer corporations. They fed you motherfuckers. To be a man, you gotta drink beer. First of all, you do not have to consume a product to be a man. That's madness. What the fuck? To think that your manliness comes from consuming a product, buying things, is wild. and then he has a beard. How many gay fucking liberals have big old fucking beards? Who gives a shit? Oh, he lifts a dumbbell. And he doesn't even look like he lifts it much. He don't even look like he's in shape. He look like he just went to the gym and took a picture and left. You know, when you go to the gym a lot, it's easy to tell because, you know, you can see you. These are the same people, though, that tell you, you know, going to the gym is not how you get in shape. That's not how you lose weight. And you just look at them like, what? What do you think a gym's for? What do you think the purpose of a gym is? What do you think all those machines in there do? These retards think if they go to the gym all the time, they won't do nothing. Won't do a fucking thing. Won't lose a single pound. I read the shit on the internet every day. Won't lose a pound. Well, I'm not gonna eat clean, so I shouldn't work out. Like, I mean, what? Nobody said you got to be the Mr. Olympia. Just goddamn, go lift some weights or something. Go get on a treadmill or something. Jesus Christ. I don't eat tofu, so I. Well, who cares about Mike Pence? Mike Pence won't even have dinner. I thought you don't like Mike Pence. He won't even have dinner with other women besides his wife. Come on, brother. Now suddenly you're using Mike Pence as some type of reference. You gotta make up your mind. Stop.
You control yourself immediately. Immediately, sir.
Trump rally? Shit. Not after what I seen. Okay. Now get in here. Come on. Get in the house. Get in the house. Molly. Molly. I'll be back. I want to move, man. You might want to get out of the way. I want to go to a Harris rally. I'm here. Yes, we can. Will Biden be on the campaign trail? What a fucking mess. What's wrong with this shit?
One day closer to death. When you send them funds to go to Roadhouse, you'll find me there. Told you 100. 100, we'll go tomorrow. We'll get up, we'll ride all the way down there.
I was down there in E-Town today. No sign of you. No sign of you. I'm probably going down there every day this week. Great time for you to send those funds.
Think you'll come again?
I've never been in that smoke shop. So I don't know who runs that one. I'll have to go in there sometime. Yeah, I paid the bike. I'm riding it right now. Of course I paid it. What the fuck? Oh, get off me, man. Damn. This fucking beetle landed on me. Roofing's done. I gave you the status on that. Yeah, keep up.
There it is.
Trump has expressed his willingness to debate Harris. He never said he wouldn't debate her. That's what I'm saying. What I've been saying. The fantasy. So many are in it. Deep within it. A fantasy. I told you the campground, I couldn't go to it. I'm not in the military. The one out in Glendale, I ain't even been out there. Been doing other things. Been busy elsewhere. Electricity's on. Where's my money? My $10. I reviewed Deadpool earlier on the stream. We talked about it, had a discussion. Where's my 10? Where is my 10? 10 status. Hey, 10 status. Where's that 10?
That is a video. It's on video. 10 status.
I said I was going live in the Discord.
You were nowhere to be found all day.
I was in E-Town all day down there. It was my Popeye's chicken. Made some money. Went home. Where were you?
Where were you when the world stopped turning? Like September 8th. Jackson.
Then he almost healed up. Get back to working out. This elbow and these ribs. Let me see. Yeah, the ribs are feeling way better today. Still a little bit of pain though. When I take the breath. Not as bad when I cough anymore though. I'd say surely by this weekend get a workout. Surely. Be healed up. the part where I bid you all farewell.